Most men waste their 20s chasing distractions, cheap highs, and fake validation wherever they can get it. Chasing women, trying to impress people, just drifting along through life, obsessed with video games and partying. And I know because that used to be me. I used to be that guy. And if you feel stuck right now in your life, like you're falling behind, you're lost, like maybe you should be further ahead than you are, but you're not and you're struggling, this video is for you, bro. But first, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going for 1,000 subs. I'm dropping videos daily, and I promise you this channel is going to change your life. So straight out of high school, I joined the Marines. 4 years, combat environments, structure, discipline, brotherhood. Because I didn't really feel like I had the guidance that I needed growing up, and I was completely lost. I sucked in school growing up, barely made it out of high school. If it wasn't for my mom, I probably would have dropped out. But even after 4 years, when I got out, all that crumbled, and I was still completely lost, having to rediscover myself. I was completely lost. I went to college. I bounced between majors. I did a bunch of different stuff for work. I would spend hours binge watching TV, obsessed with video games, eating trash, porn, just living life on autopilot, just credit card debt piling up, no money, broke, negative in my checking account. And I had no mission. I had no fire. I had no direction. And it was at 27 years old, I had to go move back in with my sister and 3 roommates, start over my life. I knew that something had to change. I got certified as a personal trainer. I started working with clients, transformed my physique, got an amazing physique, started, coaching people. But I really wasn't living a true example. I wasn't really locked in. Maybe I got the body. Maybe I cleaned up my habits a little bit, but I wasn't really locked in. I was still lost. I was now still partying, doing drugs like twice a month at least, chasing women, all these 304s, going to raves like every weekend or bi-weekly for 2 years, bro. And I hadn't finished college either. And I was in a tough spot because I remember my intuition telling me, you've got more to give. And deep down, I was really just running from myself. In 2020, I was 29. I still hadn't finished college. I was still chasing all these 304s out here. I was showing up to my sessions with my personal training clients half present. A lot of times I was hungover from partying, and even sometimes I didn't even make it to work. It's actually embarrassing to think about. But that version of me was hollow. I had hit a wall. And I realized that if I continued on this path, I wasn't going to ever achieve anything great. I was never going to break through. So I had to let it go. I cut ties with old friends, party friends. I started leveling up for real this time and actually taking things seriously. But even then, I didn't fully even lock in until I hit about 30. I was still blowing money. I was vaping. I wasn't progressing with my money at all or my career. I was numbing out with porn. I was seeking validation from women. Like my worth depended on it, like my whole worth. And that was the trap. And then I broke it. And I'm not sharing this because I've always had it figured out. That's what I'm saying. And it's not this just linear thing. Like, I know Hamza, for example, if you watch Hamza's channel, I think he locked in when he was like 21 years old. So for me, I literally did waste my 20s, like pretty much my whole 20s. And I didn't even figure it out until I hit about 30, when I had a clear mind, when I was aligned. So I'm sharing this with you because I've walked through the fire, and it hasn't been just linear. I've gone through the fire, and I've made it out. If you're in your 20s right now, you feel lost, if you feel behind, or if you feel like life's just passing you by and you're watching everyone else settle down and level up in their career and you're just kind of coasting by, lost, maybe you're not the best looking guy, or maybe you don't make that much money, or maybe you're shorter and you've got this victim mentality, like the world's out to get you, like who is me, or this victim mindset, bro. You're only hurting yourself. So here's what kept me stuck. And it's what might be keeping you stuck right now. And I'm going to tell you how I finally took control. So my first point is, right now you're feeling lost and drifting through life and just coasting by because you have no vision that pulls you. And the issue is most guys in their 20s are just winging it. You're distracted by social media, doom scrolling, Instagram, TikTok, over consuming on YouTube, playing video games. You've got people in your life that are holding you back. Most guys have no plan. They have no mission. And when you've got no aim, don't be surprised you hit nothing. You need a mission. You need goals. And without it, you drift. You decay. You become stagnant. And if you're not growing, you're dying. My second point is, you're addicted to comfort. And it couldn't be easier to be comfortable in 2025. Now, the problem is, porn, junk food, video games every day, Netflix binging, endless scrolling. All this stuff feels good in the moment. Partying, substances, alcohol, all this stuff, right? Partying, all the casual hookups, right? But all these things, bro, even though it feels comfortable now, these things are silently killing your edge that you have. And you're not even able to figure out what you want because you're just numbing yourself from being in touch with yourself. Do you know what I mean? And comfort is a coffin. You have to choose growth even when it's uncomfortable. And it's not through comfort that strong men are built. It's through pain and discomfort and all this stuff. And yeah, being in the military, it's easier for me to tap into this, but I got comfortable when I got out and I was lost. And I had to embrace discomfort, seek challenges and hard things that push me to grow. Doing the things that you don't feel like doing, even when it's uncomfortable. You know how your intuition will poke at you and tell you, yeah, maybe I should eat better. Yeah, maybe I should wake up earlier. Maybe I should put my phone away. Yeah, I should stop watching, porn every day. You whack one off in the morning or, at night every single day, and you're killing yourself, man. Porn is free, but you pay for it with your soul. And you have to tackle these things one step at a time. All right. Now, my third point is, your environment is holding you back. Yes. If people aren't adding value to your life, pushing you to grow, inspiring you, uplifting you, motivating you, you need to cut them. And in your 20s, it's so important to only be around people who are aligned with where you're heading and aligned with the person that you want to be. And if you're not in the right environment, you don't like where you're at, move somewhere else. Your environment is holding you back, the people in your life. Now, being surrounded by people that, they don't want more out of their life is going to have you stagnant. Old party friends, right? Women who drain you, drain your resources, your time, your energy. Women who just want attention all the time. And a lot of the times, your environment can be the enemy as well. So you might need to cut the cord on that and figure that out. My fourth point is, you crave validation. Now, the truth is, you're not living for you right now, are you? You're living to look successful, not to be successful. everyone's Instagram and everything else it's fake. It's just a highlight reel. And you want the car, you want the clothes, you want, all this stuff because you think it'll make you more accepted by other people. And I can tell you right now, if your worth comes from other people, you'll never even own your power. So if any of this hits, by the way, just drop a comment right now. Tell me what's resonating. Like, what part of this have you been stuck in? I read and respond to every single one of your comments because I care about you guys. And also your story helps me make content that actually serves you, that's valuable. That's not me just rambling, okay? Now, let's talk about what can save you, right? You have to reject the lost boy identity. Now, if you didn't have a father figure growing up or a strong male role model in your life, it's 2025. You can connect with people and find good content. You can read, you can learn. There's YouTube. I mean, some of the most impactful mentors I ever had in my entire life were people that I never even met. They were people that I got to know through their content. But you can watch all the YouTube videos. You can read all the books. At the end of the day, you have to take action. But you got to get on personal development and stop having this victim mindset. The thing I want you to understand is feeling lost is normal. If you feel lost, that's good. That means that's your intuition telling you that you were meant for more and you're on the wrong path, and you've got to course correct and figure out what the path is that you should be on. Every man wants to feel purpose. I talk to so many guys that are depressed and saying they're not happy, but men feel most fulfillment when they are living a life of purpose, serving other people. It's figuring out what your gifts are to the world, what you are blessed with. It doesn't have to just be looks. It doesn't have to do with height. It doesn't have to do with any of that stuff, money, none of that. Everyone has their own unique gifts, and it's your mission initially to figure out what those gifts are and then give that to the world. Feeling lost is completely normal. Everyone goes through it at one point or another. Everybody hits rock bottom. But staying lost is a decision. No matter what resources you have or lack of support, there is support here. There is community. You just have to find it. And you've got to just stop calling it a phase, man. Treat this like a fire drill. Wake yourself up. There's no Superman coming to save you. It's just you. Right? My next point is you've got to master delayed gratification. So crucial. I started living below my means several years ago. Get myself in a better financial position. Tired of going out and spending money that I didn't have. Try to impress people, clothes and fancy car. And to be honest with you, I had a Honda paid off Accord that I drove for just over 6 years. And I literally just got a new car recently. And it's great. I love it. But it was something I wanted to wait until I was in a position where I could afford it. Didn't want to be stressed about it. Didn't care what other people think or thought. Delayed gratification with women, just trying to have someone, because we all want to have someone. It's a basic human need that we have. And the problem is all these fast highs, women, drugs, vaping, porn, binging, video games and Netflix, man. It feels like a shortcut, but they just leave you empty. Read, listen, learn, train, build, stack your wins, man. Stack the W's. It's slow, but it lasts. You must become a weapon. The compound effect is real. It's like a lot of times in life, everything is slow. It's a process. It's no overnight success. It's years and years of grind. And you just got to get on track and start building and stop coasting. Because if you can get ahead now, man, men don't even really hit their prime years for building overall, if you're doing the right things, until their 30s or 40s. And I didn't even really get locked in until I was 30, and I'm about to be 34 now. So if you can start now and get it together, and that doesn't mean not have fun and go out and live your life. I don't want you to be completely socially awkward, but it's time to lock in. All right? My next point is you've got to take full ownership of your life. You've got to take extreme ownership of your life. Okay? And right now, you might not have caused your situation that you're in right now. Maybe you weren't blessed with the best looks. Maybe you weren't blessed with the best social skills. Maybe you weren't blessed to have, support growing up. Okay? But fixing it is on you. No more blaming, no more victim mindset, no more waiting. Own your next move. You've got to cut the BS, bro, and level up. You just have to. There's no other way. I heard guys say, yeah, but the only guys that win these days are guys that are really good looking that are rich. Okay, well, what can you control? You can improve your skill sets. You can become smarter. You can read more. You can learn more. You can make more money. You can level up your career. You can switch careers. You can become fit. Dude, don't give me the excuses, okay? We've all been there and had the victim mindset. You're only hurting yourself at the end of the day. And you have to let go of all these weak habits that are holding you back right now in your weak circle. The friends that are toxic, that are draining, or maybe you don't even realize that they're just not a good influence, but you should probably do an assessment of your circle. Vaping, all this kind of stuff, and any kind of vices, porn, all this stuff is holding you back. I've got videos on vaping. I've got videos on porn. Check them out if you haven't already. But you've got to audit your life. You've got to take control of your life, man. You are the author of your own story. If you don't write your own story, someone else will. You are the main character in your own movie. You are the director. You are the screenplay writer. You are the editor. You can edit out what you don't want. I want you to audit your life. What is dragging you down in your life? What's holding you back? I bet if you think about it, if you just write down the things that are holding you back, that if you didn't have these things or people in your life, that you'd be further ahead. Cut it out, man. Period. One by one. It's not going to happen overnight. All right? So if you really want to reclaim your 20s and seize control, even if you're late to the game like I was, like in my late 20s or 30 or even early 30s, first, what you need to do is you need to set a 5-year vision. Write it down. Who do you want to be? Where do you want to live? What kind of man do you want to become? What does your ideal day look like? Just write that down, man. Write it down. What does your ideal life look like 5 years from now? It doesn't matter. There is no right answer. There's no right answer. Society's status quo, what they say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You can design your life however you want. You are the architect of your own life. And you have to write the story, or else someone else will. So write it out. The prompt for you. What does your ideal life look like? Okay, then write, what is the bane of your existence? If things stayed how they are now, what does your nightmare of a life look like? You're living hell. You have to be just as explicit with this as you are with your dream life. Write them both. It might be painful to do, and it might stretch you to think about this, but you need to. Your future family, your future wife, everyone. Direction beats speed. Don't run fast in the wrong direction. Okay? Second thing is you've got to develop real skills. I leaned into coaching. I've coached women. I've coached men. Was a personal trainer for a while. Communication, sales, content now. Pick one high-value skill, whether it's sales, fitness, tech, AI, leadership, business. I don't know. There's no right answer. Whatever you want to do, but pick a high-value skill that can be high leverage for opportunities, okay? And master it. I wish that I would have got in sales at a younger age. Like straight, bro, I should have done sales like straight out of college, man. Like honestly, when I was 23. Right out of the Marine Corps, I should have gone into business and sales, but I didn't. Master it. It takes time to build anything. It takes the reps. It takes consistency. Anyone that's really successful is just time in the game and improving over time, okay? That's all there is to it. And you've got to build iron habits. You've got to get a routine. Start having structure to your day. I didn't even start organizing my day until I hit around 29. So the truth is, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. It's built on the little things that you do daily. It's through the reps. It's through the compound effect. It's through little incremental improvements over time. And you're going to have setbacks, but you just stay the course. You will get there eventually. Built on the little things. It's the little things. It's in the details that matter. How you run your day. Be the master of your day. Don't let the day run you. Sleep. Get good sleep. Train, journal, sauna, meditate. I've been meditating for, over 5 years now, for probably at least 30 minutes at a minimum a day. Now, maybe if you're just starting to meditate to get that clarity, start with, 5 or 10 minutes, man. Stack wins. You've got to stack wins consistently. All right. The next thing is choose your circle like your life depends on it. Surround yourself with winners because it does. Your life literally depends on it. I outgrew guys I once called brothers, and it hurt at the time, but it saved me. And if I was still running with the same crew, I wouldn't be where I am now. And it's lonely at first, but that's why it's important to connect with guys in communities like this. And I know Hamza has a great school community as well. The Conscious Man, he has a great community. I mean, there's a ton of ways to connect with people. You become who you hang around with. Choose wisely. Find mentors. And, if you want more personalized help on your personal situation, I do one-on-one consultations. Just shoot me an email. My email is in the video description or in my bio. Shoot me an email and let's hop on a call and let's get some solutions, come up with a game plan, right? The next thing is and this is so important, you can't miss this. You've got to detach from being liked by everyone. God, man, I was stuck so long because I gave a damn about what everyone else thought. It's what delayed me with even going into a career. It's what delayed me with even starting content in YouTube. You don't need their approval. You don't need your parents' approval. You don't need the friends of people. You don't need anyone's approval. You need your own respect, and you need to do what you want, what speaks to you. Don't listen to small minds. And honestly, bro, I wouldn't even tell anyone close to you if you're around people that have limiting mindsets, right? And you're really trying to level up, don't even tell them your plans. Just put your head down and find people who can support you on your growth. Most guys waste their 20s running from pain, but you have to embrace it. You have to embrace it. You can't just keep numbing it with women, with dopamine, fake dopamine, distractions, all this kind of stuff. But I know right now, if you're still here right now watching this, you're not like most men. You felt the pull and you answered it. Forget everything that you didn't do before. That's over. The old you is dead. And ask yourself, what would my highest self do next? And then do it. Day by day, it's a choice. Every minute, every hour, every single day you wake up, it's a gift. And it's a choice. And watch how your life changes. That's all there is to it, man. I've got some books here for you guys. It's kind of a lot, but How to Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I've read this book many times. The Way of the Superior Man. Highly recommend this one. David Dita. Extreme Ownership. Jocko Willink. Pause the video if you need to. Take notes. The Greatness Mindset by Lewis Howes. Lewis Howes, shout out to him. School of Greatness. Amazing channel. I'm not affiliated with any of these, by the way. I'm just giving you some of the most impactful books. I wanted to narrow it down to a couple, but I had to give you the 6. If you only read 6 books in your 20s, this is all you need. Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill. Not a religious book, by the way. And Atomic Habits, James Clear. Okay, this is literally all you need, boys. That's all you need, boys. And then you just got to take action. Don't get so consumed in personal development where you just don't take any action. Consume, yeah. Learn, right. Grow, evolve, ascend. But take action. All right? Not Monday. Not next year. Not next month. Right now. Or tomorrow. Or whenever you're watching this. It begins now. Catch you guys later.